Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakwadash, Slakia. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Shalom to the mighty Akim, Wagwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this found captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Asherallah. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, we're going to be going into this dream that this guy had. I don't know if he I don't know, I guess we're just gonna call him a Jake for the sake of it. But anyway, this Jake had a dream, and he said that there was a bunch of young men that was dying. I'm not gonna play the video, but I will link both of these videos in the thing. You can, this video I'm pretty sure is gonna be on the top, Yahawadah, and you can actually just watch it, and the full video, if you actually watch more of the video of this video, he actually says where the video is from, or the source, the full source. Here it's Raps Truth Seeker. I saw it. It's not really the first. He really did a good job at cutting out the parts that only the part that mattered. You don't really need to watch the whole thing. All you need to watch is just this brother, because this is the only thing that actually is relevant to us in that sense. Okay, so slacky about that, but to actually get into this lesson, the lesson for this is, you know, we're just that much closer, and I wholeheartedly believe that, simply because I've been seeing the signs. And the thing, actually, let's get that verse. All right. Second Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right. So we're looking at these signs. We're looking at all these things. Your young men. Let me actually get that first. Joel chapter 2 verse 28, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. Okay, and I think he said it was a very vivid dream of a bunch of Jakes freaking. And again, I'm just doing a brief little short summary on it. All right, if you want this, if you want more in depth on this, I'm just trying to share this video. As a matter of fact, I have to share this on my community post, because I am definitely going to, I might come back to this down the line, but this is a very powerful and beautiful dream that should boost our faith. Okay, because both of these videos, you know, just lets us know that, you know, we're just that much closer. And it's not just in the sense of Isaiah 4:1, but it's in the sense of the whole deliverance in general. All right, because, you know, that's the thing. You have Jakes that are too fixated on, you know, one thing. All right, which even with this Jake, what he was saying was that in terms of the whole Isaiah 4:1 aspect of it, a lot of the people, a lot of the guys in his dream, they were rejecting women, even though they were given the opportunity to, oh yeah, let me just take 1,000 wives or whatever and stuff like that, which he actually says it, I think 7th wife. All right, even though he was able, he said that. The thing about that was, is how, what's the word? The thing about that is how, rather than that being the highlight of it, it's just another factor or another sign of the end. Okay, because the fact that there are women, yes, going around asking, oh yeah, can I be your wife, this and the third, but it's not really like, okay, well now we get to indulge in women. Like, no, that's not the thing. That's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that things have gotten so bad to the point where women are now humbling down and actually asking men for help, even though they were so arrogant. As a matter of fact, Elder Monarch Zakpa, he literally did a video where he I think it was him or someone else, Slocky, I don't remember, but there was this one chick that was homeless, this one Eve that was homeless, and she was still proud as all hell, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm homeless, but I still have money. Or I'm homeless. Oh no, it was not Elder Monarch Zakpa. It was someone else. I forgot the brother's name. I think it's Kansas City. Fuck. I don't think I'm subscribed to him on this thing, on this account.
Okay, no. Can a man dress any how he likes? Absolutely. Okay, no. I'm asking you.
Never mind, I guess I am. Never mind, this is the wrong one, but whatever, you get the point. My main point, the main thing is just how in general, well, in Slucky, like this is a very big thing, a very big important thing, all right, where we are, like this is a very crazy thing, Slucky, like I definitely was happy to hear it because, you know, this is just, again, I really want you to understand that the importance of this happening, it's not for a freaking hip hop music video type stuff. This is because we are going to be delivered. This means that all the stuff, like all these things must come to pass. All right. So when we see these things, this is how we know YAHAWASHI is just that. YAHAWASHI is just that much closer to returning and us getting out of here. Like this is the thing that we are looking out for. This is the thing that we are praying for, or we should be praying for. I'm praying for it. I'm hoping that the Lord, you know, makes this happen. All right, like this should be the number one thing on our priorities. All right. So yeah, like this is just something I really want to call on my MANASHAH for reminding me. This is something that I really wanted to push out and show because this is a very integral thing. One of the main one of the big prophecies that we're able to tell that, okay, well, yeah, this is a big thing. And let's actually get into that precept. Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And he, number one, he said, the Jake, where is he? This Jake was saying, the women were saying reproach, all right, signifying that was a direct correlation to Isaiah 4 and 1. On top of that, he also said that a woman said, I will be your 7th wife. All right, like that's literally, and 7 doesn't mean literally 7, it means a complete number. So 7 could mean 1, 7 could mean 2, 7 could mean 7, or 7 could mean 20, 100, 1,000, whatever. It just depends on the person. But again, the main thing to take note of is that you, as a man of the Lord, you should not be thinking with your wrong head. Okay, you should be more focused on pleasing Yahawadah. All right, speaking to myself first and foremost. All right, because obviously, yes, we have those desires and needs and whatnot, but you know, you have to focus on, you know, on finishing the race. You know, finishing. Doing the work of the Lord above all else. All right. Now, continuing on, Sirach 36 verse 25, where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled, and he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning. Basically, a woman is a possession. Okay, I guess I can get that. Let's get that. He that getteth,
I ask the question again. What completes or fulfill a human being? What completes a human being? Fulfill the fundamentals of a human being.
Bear with me one moment.
2, character. 3, will.
Oh, of course. I fucked up so badly. Slakia. Sirach 36 verse, which by the way, this is why I fucked up, because it was literally one verse behind it. Verse 24, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. So basically, this is why, where if you don't have a protection over that woman, then that woman is just waiting to be spoiled, waiting to be, hurt, violated, and all that stuff, all these different things. This is why it's important to have a man in the house, especially in single parent households. And one of the things for so-called black women is that they live single and alone. All right, they live alone. They don't live with anybody. So as a result of that, whenever something bad happens, they don't have anyone to go to turn to. They're just by themselves, and they have to handle whatever BS all by themselves without anyone to protect them, help them, and whatnot. That's why you also have that one saying, black women are the least protected, and there's good reason for that, because they push away all the black men that actually want to be there to protect them. All right, treating them like garbage. All right, but continuing on. Isaiah 13 verse, Isaiah 13 verse 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Now, this was a beautiful thing. Let me actually get the precept to this before I start. I think it's 2nd Ezra, chapter 15.
I'm prepared to. What is it you want in society? What can we do for you in society that you want so much? We took the hard job.
Yeah, okay. I found it. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 34. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. All right. So there's going to be, as per the dream that he had said, which, by the way, it is definitely biblical prophecy of there being a draft and stuff like that. And what's the other one? A war. He also said in his dream, he said that there was a bunch of just young men that was running in the dream. There was a bunch of young men running in the dream, and there was nobody shooting at them, they weren't shooting at anyone. They were just frailly not knowing what they were doing, but yet they were just constantly dying and whatnot. All right. So yeah, that was basically what was going on. And when the draft comes, a lot of Jake, YNs, YNs probably going to be a big thing. And Edomites, maybe, hopefully, Yahawadah, all right, hopefully a lot of Edomites are going to go into war, and they're going to be put to death because the men compared today, or I think I heard testosterone levels are a lot low on average compared to, I think, 50 years ago or something like that. I forgot if it was 20 or 50. All right. So yeah, the men now are a lot weaker, and that's why a real man, a true man, which it's the men of the Lord specifically, that is the man that's going to be more precious than gold, more precious than diamonds, rubies, all these different things. All right. These can be so precious for a woman to say, okay, well, I need a man. And it's like even a man just in general is going to be very important. And he was saying so many different things. You have to watch this. You have to watch this. It's going to be linked. I'm linking this in the description. You have to watch this. Okay. It's a very good video. Good dream. Isaiah chapter 65 verse 13. Okay, so this is the importance of why it is important for a woman to get with good, hopefully, I guess, I don't know, but a man of the Lord. All right. Isaiah chapter 65 verse 13. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahawah, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Okay, so this is what you have to look for, where the men of the Lord, all right, the diligent servants of YAHAWAH, they are going to be the ones that are going to be eating and drinking during time of trouble, during the famines and all that stuff. Okay, we're not going to have to worry about anything. And, okay, Yahweh says, I'm a part of that number. All right, and that's where you're gonna have these women that say, we will literally do whatever you want. All right, just let us be your wives, Slaki, not husbands, wives. And also Slaki was also saying about kids. Okay, some of these women might be coming with kids and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about it myself. No, not this video. This video. The brother brought up a good point. He was like, some of the men were saying, I will take you, but you have to leave your kid. Like, I thought, like, that's pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. I would like to say I wouldn't do that, but obviously, thinking that you would be moral when you're not in that situation, that's always the thing. So I can say, to myself, I'm pretty sure I would not do that. I would like to think that, but at the same time, when you're actually put into that situation, it's like I genuinely don't know. I kind of feel like I would still either accept them both, or I think what would be more likely for me, I kind of feel like I would just reject them both. I would not want to separate a mother with her child, but at the same time, I probably wouldn't want a little delinquent ass kid, saying, you're not my dad, this and the third, and giving me problems, especially with how demonic kids are today. Like that, I would not want to run the risk of that. So yeah, like I definitely see how. Oh, here.
Children that were the children of the men that had died in the first dream. They were all of the children were born out of wedlock. Every last one of them were born out of wedlock, and the women were running around trying to find a man that would marry them. They were even offering themselves in ways that they probably normally wouldn't do. I could hear so many different voices. I could hear so many different arguments, so many different disagreements, and so many different denials. And the women were running to the men, and they were telling the men, marry me, I don't care what I have to do. And some of the women even said, I'll be your seventh wife. I'll be your seventh wife. I don't care if I'm the seventh one. And so the men were listening, and some of the men would choose as many women as they could. Some of the men chose none of them. A lot of them chose none of those women. And what they were saying was, I can't help you. I can't afford you. I don't want that baby. I don't want to raise another man's baby.
So yeah, Slocky, I just want to interrupt right quick. That is a very big thing. That's a crazy thing that a lot of them were rejecting all of them. All right, they didn't even take at least one. That's a very crazy thing, simply because they don't want that. Not necessarily fight. I know he says afford, but afford doesn't necessarily mean like financially. It could mean financially, sure, but I am more along the lines of like the risks are too high, so I can't afford, in the sense of afford to risk having more mouths to feed when I only have a little bit of food left and whatnot. All right, so I think that's how the thing. But I also want to believe, okay, which again, this goes into, are you right with Yahawadah in order for Yahawadah to give you the what's the word, the privilege and the blessing of multiple of being fed in that time? Or are you on the good side of Yahawadah for Yahawadah to say, okay, you know what, let me just give them more than they will ever need? Like, you have a ton of fridges, a ton of freezers of food and stuff like that. Like, you have a whole truckload of food all to yourself, and then as a result of that, you can go get all those different women as a result of that and share the food with that, because you're gonna have more. You have more food than you will ever need for yourself, and that's the thing where yes, that could happen for a brother and whatnot, but maybe not. All right, you never know. All right, so these are the type of stuff you actually need to look out for. Okay, you have to be circumspect and think like, okay, well, I can't afford it in this quote unquote. I can't take care of them, so I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna put myself in danger for that. All right, so let's continue on.
I don't want to have anything to do with you. Why didn't you want me when I wanted you? What's going on now? No, I don't need that. But one of the statements stuck out to me. One statement said, I don't want to raise that child because I don't know anything about his father. If you know anything about the connection between young boys and their fathers, you kind of understand how severe this is. The millennial men were telling the women, I don't want what their father has to come into my household. And so they would deny the women.
I don't need him anymore. Ring the police. Oh, he's abusing me verbally. He needs to go. How many men?
Oh wow, okay.
The court and the justice system.
Oh wait, Gen Y is the same thing. The fuck?
The woman and the children are compensated to be in the home. So.
Okay.
We have to know what statistics we're using.
And some of the men even told the women, I'll take you, but you have to leave the baby. And a few of the women chose to leave the child just so they can be wives. There was women running around saying.
So yeah, like again, like that's pretty fucked up. I understand. I see why they would do it. Don't get me wrong, and you know, sometimes you just have to look at it objectively. Yes, I can understand why someone would do it. Me personally, I don't think I would be able to do it. I would like to say that I would not do that. And I'm not saying this just to save face, because if I wanted to save face, I probably wouldn't be answering this question at all. I know when to answer a question. I know when not to answer a question, especially when I'm over here speaking on my own. All right, no one's provoking me or pushing me to answer this question. All right, so that's why I'm trying to properly illustrate that. I would like to think genuinely that I would not force a freaking mother to abandon her child just so she could stay with me. I genuinely think that if I were to have been in that situation, okay, or if I'm put into that situation, then what I would do, I would either accept them as a package deal or reject them as a package deal. All right, like that's just how I hope to handle a situation. I don't feel like I don't think that me as the person that I am right now, I don't think that I would do something like that. But at the same time, I can understand some of these dudes' viewpoints, okay? Because the fact of the matter is that is you never know. And Slakia, to actually get into the point of why they would do it, it's simply because and the reason why it is a reasonable thing for them to do is because, as he said, you don't want another man's, kid, because you don't know what type of spirit that man was in, or what that kid is going to grow up to become, or what that kid can do or bring to you. If that man if the father of that kid was some batshit crazy person, all right, or some devil, especially an Edomite, all right, and you're trying to be the father of a freaking Edomite kid, like that's not good. That's dangerous, all right. As an Israelite, that's very dangerous. So that's why, like, it makes sense why some of them would say, you know what, yeah, no, I'm not interested. Either you leave the kid and whatnot. And again, I'm not justifying it. I'm just letting you know, like, the potential mindset in as to why. But then again, not all people think like me, so maybe it's just a matter of oh, I don't want to have kids. I don't want to raise kids. I just want sex. So, you just come with me and whatnot. All right. So that could also just be another motivation. All right. So you never know. It depends on the person. Okay. It depends on the brother or Jake. Proverbs 12 verse 21. There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. So yeah, if you are just, the Lord's going to make it so that you're going to be protected. On top of that, and this is why the men of the Lord are the men that are more precious than fine gold. Now, Proverbs 12 verse 28. In the way of righteousness is life, in the pathway thereof there is no death. Okay, so in the way of righteousness is life, and as we're walking down that path of righteousness, there's not going to be any death, and the Lord's going to take care of us and protect us. All right, so this is just something I want. I really like that dream. I really thought it was important to make a lesson. Maybe the Lord will open my eyes to see something else that I missed, and I'll make another video. We'll see. Yahawadah. With that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, or Quakwadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, Abad, and Shalom.